Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to yet another exciting Halal Food Podcast. Today we have a very, very important personality with us in the person of Dr. Hani Al-Mazeedi from Kuwait. I'm going to hand over to Dr. Hani to introduce himself properly for us before we start. Dr. Hani, can you come in?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I'm very happy to be with you, Dr. Awal. And I have looked at some of your presentation with the very popular people in Halal. My involvement in Halal started when I was 27 years old.
Wow.
I was in charge of food import in Kuwait, okay? And I had that was in 1981. I was lucky enough to look at the different Halal certification, because coming from all over the world, this opportunity doesn't happen for country that export, but it happened for country that's import. So I was very happy to work with many companies in Kuwait to let me look at their halal certification. Okay. And then I had the chance to talk to the people who issued them from different Islamic centers. At that time, most of the halal certification comes from Islamic centers, okay. Because this is an Islamic issue, though the Islamic center took the responsibility of it. Only few you can count them on your finger that they have gone into specialization in halal, but mainly Islamic centers. And at that time, we just communicate with them through telex. There's not even fax available.
Wow.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. So the main people that I have really learned halal is from Australian Federation of Islamic Council. Okay. Brother Amjad Mahbub is my teacher in halal. And he gave me the halal system of Australia, and I translated it into Arabic, and I've sent it to all over the world. Okay. Wow. And I tell them, you have to go into halal, and this is the halal system, and this is the halal certification. And I established halal system for Kuwait Finance House. It's a Muslim bank, and they have gone into halal. They asked me to be in charge, the general manager of that section, but I refused. I said, I can serve Islam much better if I work through the government, okay? And I have trained one of the brothers to be in charge of that system. So since 1981 until now, I am involved physically and practically in halal. Even when I was doing my PhD in UK, I was part of halal activity with the Muslim Welfare House, and they are part of putting a halal system for UK. And I remember Yusuf Islam was involved as well at that time.
Okay, you mentioned that you did PhD. Was the PhD in Islamic finance? Was it in food? What field was it in?
I am in science, and I am in agriculture and biological science and food manufacturing. And my PhD was on an enzyme that initiate cross-linking and collagen and elastin. And this gives me an opportunity to understand collagen and gelatin much better. So I know what is gelatin, what is collagen, and whether it's coming from a human being or from an animal. I know what does. I work with gelatin from animal as well as from a human being. So I'm very specialized in that area.
Alhamdulillah, we are blessed to have somebody with that background in gelatin, because gelatin is one of the areas that divide opinion. So with that, why not advise halal certifiers globally rather than not utilize your expertise in gelatin and other areas, trying to advise halal certifiers like a consultant? Why not do that?
I have played that role with the Muslim people, with the researcher, with halal certification body, with government. I help them a lot. With that, my name is showing, okay? Yeah. And whoever take that advice, it's up to them. I even participate with many symposium, international symposium, international halal standardization. I participate, and they know very well my position. In Turkey, for example, I'm the only one, not the only one. I was the first one, like your name, Awal. I was Awal as well, in saying that we have to stop stunning, we have to stop mechanical slaughtering. And everybody was surprised, who's this man who's calling upon this? And so I've seen many people, even from Pakistan, from everyone, that said all supporting Kuwait, so they support Kuwait, so they support Kuwait. And we have participated in first conference, second conference, or symposium. At the last symposium, I was the only one who said, we want to go against stunning, mechanical slaughtering. And I said, Kuwait would like to reserve its point on this issue. I was the only country who stayed firm on that issue. The rest of the country, they pulled out. And I felt that Kuwait is very blessed with my position. Not only that, listen to this. In 1981, I was part of a symposium in Saudi Arabia. And I was the first one to launch Halal standard internationally in Saudi Arabia. And Saudi Arabia were very happy to be part of that Halal standard. It is under Arab organization at that time, okay? They called ASMO.
Yeah.
And on the second day, okay, one of the Arab country, they want to launch their standard on wine, okay? Wine standard. Wow. And I said, I have learned from the committee that if one member oppose launching any standard, then it will be stopped handling that standard. And I have raised my hand. I said, I'm opposed the wine standard. And they said, is that your opinion or your government opinion? I said, I represent the safety of Kuwait. This is my government opinion. They stopped handling that. And then the Saudis said, we're surprised. Yesterday we're talking about halal. Today we're going to talk about wine standards. Okay. I said, then where are you? Why didn't you oppose it yesterday? But anyway, and then the year after, we went to Tunisia for another symposium, and then Saudi Arabia carry on with the standard, and I traveled to UK, University of London, to do my PhD in 1984.
Ooh, long time. I'm going to take you a step back, Dr. Hani. You mentioned certification that is done by Islamic centers. So now what we see is certification being done by individuals or by business people. What's your opinion? Would you rather prefer Islamic centers to do it, or you are happy it's better for individuals to do it?
Okay, I'll tell you what, this is a conspiracy against halal Islamic centers started by Australia in 1983. Okay, because they found out that AFIC, Australian Federation of Islamic Council, is in control of one of the main commodities. The Ministry of Primary Industry, they just didn't like it that Islamic Center is in control of the meat industry. Okay, so what they have done at that time, they control 95% of halal. After that, they opened for private people to go into halal. Okay, this will they minimize the effect or the impact of the Islamic Center on the primary industry. Okay, and you find there are many people coming into halal. Okay, and some of them, they're all doing for business. Okay, even Islamic Center they are doing for business, but the money goes for establishing Islamic school, building mosque, making for dawah. Okay, just like HMC now in UK. Okay, they are doing the money they're getting for dawah, for Islamic Center, for Islamic school. Okay, however, the other halal certification body, they are doing it for their family. They are doing to build their wealth. Okay, and some of these halal certification body, if you don't know, they are giving the mission for subcontractor. Okay, those subcontractors, I know them very well. They are not doing halal, but for money wise, they are giving it to them. Now what I'm saying is that the message of halal actually is being lost. Okay, although I do support any activity in halal, whether you are individual, whether you are halal, whether you are Islamic center, whether you are government, just go for halal. This will give support for halal. So to answer your question, I feel it is better to give it for halal, for Islamic center, for Islamic Federation. It's much better because they will have their word, they will have the upper hand over the slaughterhouses. But now, being individual, their hand is the lower hand, because they will tell them, okay, you have to do stunning, you have to do they'll say, okay, no problem, they will do it. Okay. Even they will say, well, there's some halal standard allow Ahl al-Kitab to slaughter. Why do you bring Muslims? They go, okay, no problem, Ahl al-Kitab. In Brazil, for example, one of the halal certification bodies, 50% of the slaughtermen are Ahl al-Kitab. Okay. Okay. I'm not against that. However, you have to prove to me that they are Ahl al-Kitab. I asked one of the brothers in the United States, I told them, how do you view Ahl al-Kitab in the United States? They said they are no more. They are not Ahl al-Kitab anymore. Okay. They have rejected their religion. They are atheist. You can't rely on that. Okay.
That's very, very concerning if we are deviating from the original or traditional rules of halal meat production. That is very, very disturbing. So Dr. Hani, I want you now to look at the challenges of the global halal industry from the perspective of governments, for certifiers, and consumers. What are the main challenges of the global halal market?
You are tapping on the very sensitive issue in halal. We have challenges and pitfalls in halal. Okay. Now, we have challenges when dealing with government. And when I mean with government, mainly the importing government, also does not negate the involvement of government of the exporting country. Okay. And also challenges from the halal certification bodies. And also the fatwa people, the people who make fatwa. We have challenges with them, and also we have challenging with the consumer. Okay, let's take them in brief. The government, the importing government, actually they are part of halal either for political reason, they wanted to have a hand in halal, or for money reason. Okay, you understand? Money wise or political wise. Okay, everybody want to pull halal into their side. Okay, some government are very weak government. They just they are part of the regional community. They just do whatever the regional community doing. I'm not mentioning names to avoid politics here, okay? Now, the other problem with the government from exporting company, where they are under the pressure of their houses, that food processing plant, R&D in stunning and in processing, just to show that there are some research that prove that modern technology such as stunning, it is more animal welfare, it gives more blood, etc., etc., etc. Okay, if you go to R&D in Sudan, for example, the result is just the opposite. Okay, they show the opposite. So and these government, under the pressure of the industry itself, they tell them you have to stop religious slaughter, no more kosher, no more halal. They are going even more further to stun by gas chamber. Okay, so we are going actually step by step to fulfill the requirement of the wish of the Satan. Satan wants you to eat dead meat, to drink blood, to eat pork. It's part of the Quran. حرمت عليكم الميتة والدم ولحم الخنزير. The shaitan wanted to eat dead meat, to eat blood, to eat pork, because this is related to, first of all, to the to Allah accept your dawah. How could you accept dawah and you eat something najis? Okay. On the halal certification body, they have there's a competition between them. There's someone, people from Holland, they set their own people to slaughter in Brazil. People from UK, they set their people to Brazil. Okay, if they are competing with halal certification body in Brazil, there's a lot of competition. Even among halal certification body in Brazil, they are fighting, and they are even sending videos to show this halal certification body are not doing very well, and so on. Okay, so and this is what the West want. They want us to show that these people are not reliable, and they are causing trouble to their halal industry. Now, let's come to the fatwa al-muftis. We have a problem with that. There's a lot of fatwas. Some committees say it's halal. Some committees say it's not halal, and so on. So I think the only way to solve this is to have a bona fide, trustworthy if the halal committee international, who has nothing to do with government, nothing to do with the industry, and they are connected with the scientific committee to help them, like Dr. Mayar Riyad from United States, like Dr. Adil Sabr from UK. They are well qualified in their area to help them. Also, Brother Osama Al-Khamis from Saudi Arabia, to help them deliver the fatwa based on scientific issue as well. Okay. With the consumer, those are the poor guys who rely totally on their government. Yeah. Okay, and this is actually tell us something, that halal is very complicated. It's beyond the absorbent or capability of a normal consumer. Even us, you and me, even the industry doesn't know even the origin of raw material, where it's coming from. They say it's coming from Unilever, UK, it's Ahl Kutab, but maybe Unilever getting the gelatin or the whey from a booty country like China. Okay, so this has to be the top person in a Muslim country. It is his responsibility to provide halal for his people. Okay, I know they are establishing halal bodies in certain countries, but they are facing lots of challenges. I'll give you an example. Let's say in Malaysia, I went to Malaysia, and I found one of the peace companies, without mentioning name, it has halal logo of Malaysia. I said, oh, beautiful. And I said, oh, it's my time to eat cheese. And I told the man to put double cheese on my pizza, and ate it. Then I went to Al-Kimia, which is the official authority to analyze laboratory of anything najis or not najis. I told them, I know from my learning from halal control from Germany that microbial rennet produced using enzyme from porcine and blood, like bovine serum albumin. They said, we look at these. If it's used in minute amount, it's okay. It's okay. I said, well, that minute amount, it can convert milk in room size into cheese, you know? And so you should not look at the amount, but also at the effect. And you know, microbial rennet are enzyme. They enter the reaction and they come out still there, you know, and so on. And same thing with gelatin. I have participated in some symposium in Saudi Arabia, and they bring someone from Azhar, from Cairo, and they said, oh, gelatin is not collagen, so it is istihala now. The easiest thing on their tongue, istihala. Well, you know, gelatin and collagen, they're the same protein. but they're different in the tertiary structure. And based on that, the physical property a little bit changed, but same thing. And they say plasma is not blood, it's istihala. Why? Main component of blood is plasma. So you cannot allow using plasma from najis material to be used in food, okay? Those people, even the conference in 1995 and 1996 in Kuwait and Morocco, the aim of these conferences just to allow the industry to carry on using these najis material, okay? They only say it's istihala, istihala, istihala. They don't know what istihala means, okay? So, يعني for example, Hanafi people, they said one of the examples of istihala is the conversion of fat in soap, if you have soap, take a soap now into your kitchen and grind it, put a little bit hot water, put lemon. It's better to put HCl on it. You find there's oil, fat in your hand. So it's a reversible reaction. So the ainun najis still there. Ainun najis still there.
Yeah. Can
I carry on?
Yeah, just to clarify to my listeners and my viewers, when you said HCl, that is hydrochloric acid. In case somebody wants to go and needs the full the full name of it. So thank you very much, Dr. Hani. That is very exciting. It's always good to have somebody with a science background talking about what actually happens rather than somebody with an imaginary mentality who has got no background in science, just talking about istihala, blah, blah, blah. But so alhamdulillah, it's good to have somebody like you in the industry. Now, I'm going to move on to another tricky question, which is stunning. I know you have mentioned stunning before, but as you know, the majority of halal meat globally is stunned, particularly in the industrialized world. Apart from developing countries, even in the GCC, stunning is now widely accepted. What's your view on it? And okay, first of all, what's your view on it? Because before I ask you any question.
Okay, now it's two-part to answer the question. Your comment that GCC allowed it. Okay, they don't allow it on chicken. Okay, but they allow it on animal on certain parameter. But I will comment on that later on. Okay, now I have to remind you that we are dealing religiously. You are dealing with a material. Religiously, the basis of it is haram, not halal. What do I mean by that? In general, the basis of things are halal, except for the basis of them is haram. Like nikah. Nikah means marriage. Let's say you want to marry someone, okay? And I told you that there is some doubt that you and this lady want to get married with suckled milk from the same mother. The presence of doubt make it haram for you to marry her, okay? Now, another thing in meat, if you have doubt on the procedure in which it had been slaughtered or the aqidah of the slaughterman, then if there's doubt, then you're not allowed to eat that meat, okay? And money, if you have doubt with this money, you're not allowed to take it, or also nafs. And nafs means soul. The judge, if he has doubt that this person, convicted person, there is some doubt that he did not killed another person, then he should not issue a verdict of killing that person. So when you are dealing with meat and the basis of it is haram, then when you stun the animal, there are different types of stunning. Okay, there's the mushroom gun, there is a pistol, and there's electrical, that's for cow, for animal. And there's the gun itself, okay? I've seen all of that. And when it comes to chicken, also there is electrical stunning. There are different types of electrical stunning. Let's talk about electrical stunning. Now, the main factor that it's a killing factor is frequency. The lower the frequency, it will cause a heart attack to the bird or animal. If you use 50 hertz, which is recommended by European Council, then it will cause sudden death for the bird. Same thing with the animal. If you use low frequency, it will kill the animal. If you use high frequency, like 1,500 hertz for the chicken, it will not kill the chicken. or even 2,500, whatever that's used in New Zealand, it would not kill the animal. But it will make him motionless and maybe even make him not breathe, okay? And I send you a couple, I send you a few videos I took myself, and in Holland, they just stun it at 1,500 hertz. And then if you keep the bird after that, it will come up. But here, I want to talk about something. The natural status of the animal have to be normal, fully alive, okay? To slaughter the animal. You cannot crush, because see, here you are in between اختيار واضطرار. اختيار, you have a choice. If you have a choice, or you are forced to do something. You see that راعي الغنم, the girl, which is a shepherd girl, at the time of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, one of her animal sheep fell down, and she noticed that he's going to die. So she quickly the animal, even with the rock, I'm not sure, sharp rock. She is forced to do so, okay? But now you are using forced situation in you have a choice in the slaughterhouses. Okay, this reminds me when I went to a slaughterhouse in Moscow. It's owned by Turkish people. I told them, do you stun? They said, no, we don't stun. And then when I went to the slaughterhouse, I found the stunner. I said, well, this is a stunner. What does it do here? They said, no, we don't stun the animal on its killing part. We stun it on other part of the body. And I hugged them. I said, you have the right to do that, because this is the aqr. Aqr, that means in order to control big animal, you can shoot them even by gun on their leg, just to have control over the animal, then you can slaughter it. See, here, the animal have to be normal. He should enjoy normal life in order to get all the dirty blood, contain urine, and all the dirt stuff from his body. I asked the people in New Zealand to do an exercise for me. They stun the animal, which is lamb, and they put it outside. I thought, okay, let me see what happened to it. I saw blood coming out of his nose. That means the blood veins has exploded into its muscle, and that means it had been contaminated with things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants you to eat something pure and halal. Another thing, let's say, and this has been developed, some people, I don't know, from Japan maybe, they develop a machine whereby you put your leg, you put your hand, and you put your face. It makes ablution for you automatically. You know what I mean? This way you don't have to move your hand, stuff like that, okay? This is not acceptable. Same thing with animal and bird. It has to be slaughtered individually, and you have to utter the word Bismillah, Allahu Akbar on each of them, okay? Mechanical slaughtering, which comes after stunning. This reminds me of the halal standard in one of the country I don't have to mention. They said stunning of bird is prohibited. However, you can use mechanical slaughtering. Okay. Now, how could you use mechanical slaughtering without stunning? This shows that the people who put even the halal standard, okay, they don't know what's going on in the slaughterhouses. Okay. So each animal have to be individually slaughtered, and they use a sharp knife, like the Jewish people. They use a beautiful knife, long knife, very sharp, better than the knife used by Muslim, and with one swift cut, not sewing the neck, as you have seen many people. They just sew the neck and they bother the animal, you know. So and I wish even our slaughterhouse would be more modernized, use the rotating box, okay, and they use the right knife. Okay, and so on.
Yeah. So, Dr. Hani, you've mentioned two things I want to pick up on. You've mentioned the Jewish knife, which is called a shalaf. It's far better. We all know that. Even researchers can testify to the fact that it's one of the best knives to use to slaughter animals. Why are we Muslims still stuck with knives that we know are not good? And you, as somebody in Kuwait, you as somebody with an influence in the global halal marketplace, why have you not encouraged people to move away from using knives that are not best And even if it means using the shalaf, the Shikita knife, adopting the Shikita knife, or getting some government or the government of Kuwait, the government of Saudi to investigate or to invest in research to come out with a very good knife. Why have you not done that?
I am pretty sure there's a problem here. That there's a big problem here. That awareness. Okay.
Okay.
And people are not listening. And if you go to Hajj,
Yeah.
you'll be very surprised how the animal being slaughtered, how it had been thrown away. And I'm pretty sure there are many Saudi who are veterinarian are not happy with this situation. And as in food safety, we say the problem either there's ignorance or you cannot control it. Okay, ignorant that you don't have enough information. Cannot control it. You have information, but you cannot control it. You understand? Like in my kitchen, for example, I have a maid who prepare food for me at home. Okay, I tell them this is not a food safety the way you're preparing the food. Okay, but then it goes beyond my control. My wife, they just wanted to prepare the food and so we can eat. So I cannot control it. I have the knowledge, but I cannot control it. Now, but my wife wouldn't like to hear this, but I'm pretty sure she is exercise high level of food safety. Okay, so when it comes to a country like Saudi Arabia, we have a very honest people, highly educated people who want to bring about the change. And they have done a lot of changes since the time of King Fahad. King Fahad, mashallah, I consider him and I loved him, and Allah yarhamu. And I even called one of my sons Fahad, and I told him your name come after King Fahad, because he had done so many things good for Saudi Arabia. The modern Saudi Arabia is established by King Fahad. And he established the biggest press for Quran, and the only Quran I like to read at the mosque in Kuwait is King Fahad print. So I'm pretty sure he established many Saudi young people who brought a lot of changes in Saudi Arabia, and I think they are still continuing to do their best to modernize their country. I cannot talk on their behalf, but these things that seen meant by many people who go to our Hajj, they've seen something unacceptable. And I hope the Saudi young people, educated people, will bring about the change, inshallah. The same thing with Kuwait. We have the same problem. Inshallah. They use small knife. Sometimes it's not sharp enough. It's not one swift cut. It's many swift cut. Like you're sewing a... This is not animal welfare, So,
thank you very much, Dr. Hani. My last question to you, which is also tricky, all my questions are tricky, is the lack of a globalized or unified global halal standard. Do you think in your lifetime you will see a global halal standard? Have you ever made an effort in the past to come out with a global halal standard? Where are we with a unified standard?
I've done that in 1983, which come to me. Wow. I've unified the Shia madhab and the Sunni madhab into one procedure, That this is something that those people who put halal standard, they have to understand something that they don't understand, That halal standard is not fatwa. Halal standard is the procedure. If you follow them, the product is halal, I'll give you an example. That if I say that the slaughtermen have to be only Muslim, it doesn't mean I'm going against my belief that Ahlul Kitab also is allowed to slaughter, But here we are dealing with Shafi'i, who does not allow the slaughter of Ahlul Kitab, the Shi'i, not allow the slaughter of Ahlul Kitab, also the Sunni. Some of the Sunni, like the man who I talked to in the United States, he said, they are not Ahlul Kitab anymore. They have rejected their religion, they're atheist, So, but if you ask me, Dr. Hani Mansour, do you eat from Ahlul Kitab? I say, I do Ahlul Kitab. If someone in the tent, Christian or Orthodox in the desert, he provide me with the meat from animal. I know he slaughtered it. I would say, yes, I will accept it, no problem. But the modern industry is different. Okay, we don't know who's been involved. I've seen Ahl Kutab from New Zealand in the slaughterhouse. I told him, look, we have no problem with your religion. You can slaughter for us. He said, but I'm not a believer. He said, I'm not a believer. Okay. Another thing in Spain, I talked to the slaughterhouse manager. I told him, well, if you prove to me that your slaughtermen are Ahl Kitab Christian, they go to church, they believe in their Bible, then I have no problem with that. He said, it's against the law to interfere with their belief. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So in the standard, if I put only Muslim, there's nothing wrong with it. Another thing, one of the brothers in UK, they said, I have a problem with the Bengali who slaughter for me. Some of them, they don't pray. I said, oh, there's a big problem. If you export to Saudi Arabia, those people are considered are non-Muslim, because in Hanbali, who doesn't pray, he's not Muslim. الذي بيننا وبينهم ترك الصلاة. Okay. So, I mean, for other fatwa, that he doesn't pray because he rejected or he's lazy. No, for them, whether you're lazy, rejected, it's the same. You are a kafir, okay? You're not Muslim, infidel, okay? So it's not acceptable. There's slaughterman. So we should say a Muslim slaughterman in the halal standard who prays his, and he observe his 5 daily prayer daily, okay? Okay, understand? Okay. Another thing we can say, some Muslims prefer that the animal is faced to Mecca, which is not a condition, neither in Shia or Sunni, but consumer feel it's better if it's faced Mecca. So I put in part of a procedure, it's facing Mecca. Some say, well, the knife should not be made from gold. It should not made, okay, I put shade made from steel material, okay? Stainless steel, okay? Stainless steel, yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing, is it not? I'm not saying this is how I believe. I said, if I follow this procedure, would you consider it halal? They would say it's halal, nothing wrong with it, okay? So back to your question, I have unified it in 1983. And also in 2014, we have called upon all halal certification body to come, and we put together the best halal standard. Okay. If it followed, the product is halal, whether it is product, whether it is meat, okay, whether it is logistic, etc. And we have it. It's beautiful. It's 100%. It fulfills all the requirement of all madhab. But let's say no one adopted that. I've introduced it to Pakistan, to many countries. Everybody is want only, they have rigidity. They just want only Hanafi madhab. Otherwise, you understand, and so on. Okay. So, okay, let's say we want to go that way, then it's okay, no problem. Then you have to educate your consumer, tell them, okay, if you put green, okay, then it is, for example, the Shia. Because Shia love green color. Okay. Okay. So if you put green circle on the product, that means the Shia madhab has been fulfilled in this product. If you put, for example, the blue color, it's fulfilled by the Hanbali or the Sunni. If it's yellow, it's Shafi'i. Okay. If you put white one, it's followed Dr. Hani's halal standard. Okay, which is 100% halal. I don't take middle solution. I'm very strict with halal to fulfill the requirement. This is an order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We cannot maneuver around it. And you stunning, mechanical slaughtering, and you this. No. This is something we have to observe. Another thing that you have to understand, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, وَطَعَامُ الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْكِتَابَ حَلٌّ لَكُمْ, that the food of Al-Kitab is halal. This is not, this had to be, it's not ala itlaqihi. It's not 100% free to do that. It had to be under limitation. That first of all, we have to prove that Al-Kitab, they have to slaughter what we are allowed to eat, and they have to slaughter it the way we do. You understand? Yeah. Even when you say Bismillah wa Akbar, they have to say Bismillah wa Akbar. The issue here, only the person. So we have to educate him. Say Bismillah wa Akbar. You have to slaughter the way we do. You have to slaughter what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow you to slaughter for us. Okay? Yeah. And I open actually and my consultation free. I have announced that in the Halal Journal for everyone. I'm a free person. Subhanallah. When I do that, Wallah al-Azim, I see money coming to my door. I don't do halal for money, okay? But money come to my door. How? I don't know. Maybe some government laws come to my attention, and I just take advantage of that. Today now in Kuwait, alhamdulillah, we have established a halal society. Okay. And inshallah, we will work through it. And I told my a brother from Kuwait, I don't want to take any part in this halal, not leadership. I will be a free consultation I will give you, okay? And inshallah, we will do our best. We are trying to do work with the halal monitoring committee. They approached us. They said, we'll be very happy to work with you. Okay, I have approached a number of halal certifications. We have constrained with some of them, either not replying, either you have to communicate with us through email, either, and those people are very hasty. They want to have a quick answer. So inshallah, halal monitoring committee will work with them on their halal standard because they have a good halal standard.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Hani. Just a last one. I know you've mentioned mechanical slaughter time and time again. Why do you think it's controversial from halal point of view?
I didn't understand the question. Can you repeat it, please?
Mechanical slaughter. Why do you think?
I see. Okay.
It's controversial.
We have a nice a presentation, one of our halal conference in Kuwait by Mufti Butt from UK. It's about mechanical slaughtering. And he said, Mufti Zubair Butt, I think Zubair. Okay. And he explained it thoroughly that it's not a perfect technique. And even Malaysia, when they allowed it, and then we looked at it, they said, no, we are going back, and said, no, we are reverting. It's not allowable. That's what I heard. Okay. So the technique itself is not perfect. Secondly, you have to stand before mechanical slaughtering. Okay. And sometimes cut here, sometimes cut here, sometimes cut here. And it's a religious issue. It's a religious issue. As I said, you cannot say Bismillah Akbar and push a button, then you slaughter millions of birds. Well, those people who own a big plant, what they have to do, they have to put, for example, 10 lines of slaughtermen. This line have 10, this line have 10, this have 10, and those lines join together in one line just to solve the problem of or the speed of the procedure to slaughter 1 million chicken a day. Okay, but I feel sorry that some of the big country, I don't want to mention their name, they are using they're stunning 10% of the slaughterhouse. It's using stunning and electrical mechanical slaughtering. They can solve it by using, they're modifying the slaughterhouse. They're putting many lines, okay, just to speed up the process. They can slaughter as much as they want. And it's a religious issue. Say Bismillah Akbar on each chicken, or each animal, okay? Okay? I know there are fatwa allowed it, but none of them have gone and slaughterhouse. Even if they have gone there, it had been planned for them to see something perfect. I've been through it. I don't want to tell which country. I've been through it.
They change it when they know you are coming. They just change it, make the situation perfect. Since
1981 until now, for 40 years, I've been traveling from Brazil to New Zealand. Brazil twice, New Zealand twice, Australia twice, Denmark. I've gone everywhere. Okay. I know what's going on. I know the fatwas behind it. Okay, and by the way, now I have books. One of my main books is halal, and I'm giving this book free for whoever want to translate it into their own language, and they can make money to cover the cost of the translation. Okay, whether in Brazilian and whether in Urdu, whatever you know. And I found someone in Korea. He's Maulana from Pakistan. He already translated into Urdu. He's about to finish, and I sent it to Germany people. Okay, they can translate it. You know, it's a good book. It's a very good book. they can translate. I also want to give my telephone number who would like to contact me, if you allow me.
Absolutely.
It's at 00965 9749 8500. The best way to contact me through WhatsApp.
Yeah.
I'm connected to my WhatsApp more than my email.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about your email? Just in case somebody, if you can give your email as well, please.
Yes. Yes. My email is mazeedi@hotmail.com. MAZEED, like in David, mazeedi@hotmail.com. You can contact me, but as I said, I'm always, all day, attached to my WhatsApp, and I reply to them. Okay. You may tell me I have sent you an email. Please go and see it. I will do that. No problem. Okay. And I work free of charge. Anyone want to have me as a consultant in the halal certification body? I don't want money. I'm like Qara Quran. You know Qara Quran. If you ask him to make Quran, he should not ask for the money. But you can put money in his pocket. It's allowed. Okay. Like in Bahrain. In Bahrain, they asked me to sign a contract for a halal exhibition. Okay. And I said, I will do it free of charge. I don't want any money. Okay. And I think they like it very much, and I wish them good luck. You know.
MashaAllah. Thank you very much, Dr. Hani. May Allah give you good health. May Allah improve your health. May Allah give you more wisdom to continue to share your knowledge with the global halal market.
Alhamdulillah, I'm in good health. In 4 days, I'll be 68.
I
don't celebrate birthday. Okay. But in 5th of March, I will be 68, and I'm very healthy. Alhamdulillah. And barakallah fi.
Alhamdulillah. Okay. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Salam.